The House of Torment is one of the top 10 haunted houses in America. In this building, over 50,000 people per year pay to get scared out of their minds. But what happens when a professionally built haunted house is really haunted? After years of strange occurrences and reports of activity, Aether Paranormal team was called in to investigate.
Hey guys, we're here at the House of Torment, one of America's top-ranked haunted houses. And normally Aether Paranormal team wouldn't be interested in doing an investigation in a haunted house, but this one has reports of activity. And I'm talking here with Patrick Stanger, one of the associates that's involved in helping this place. And Patrick, how did you get involved with this, and what's your take on the activity here?
Thanks, Bo. Well, I started doing commercials for them on the side, radio commercials, voiceovers and stuff like that. And of course, hanging out up here through the season, of Halloween, I've heard stories. I've heard ghost stories from credible sources that don't even want to be on camera to talk about it. And one of them involves an actual woman that's floating through the lobby. Then come to find out, every one of the people that actually work inside there have a story, have some kind of story. And I've seen people come in freaked out with the heebie-jeebies and stuff going, wow, I felt like something just kind of went through me or whatever. So it'll be interesting to find out if, there really is some paranormal activity going on inside of the haunt.
Exactly, and that's why the paranormal team is coming out here tomorrow night to do an all-night investigation and seeing exactly what kinds of activity, if any, is really taking place here.
Hey guys, I'm here right now with Mike and Matt Garcia. They're the creative team here at the House of Torment. We've got a lot of places to cover. I can't wait for the tour of this place to show us where these incidents supposedly happened. And let's get on with that.
All right, y'all ready to go through? You ready to
Let's
check
do
it out?
There was that one time where I painted that portrait in the church hallway, and the painting just basically disappeared like a week later off the portrait. This is actually where the picture story took place. As you can see, all these portraits have been painted distressed with fake blood, except for the one at the highest level. And you can tell it's pristine. There's no residue at all. And as that story goes, I painted all these myself, and my brother came a week later and said, hey, why didn't you paint that top picture? And I was like, I did. I came in and I looked, and it was, as you can see it, there's no way that could have happened. There's a camera in the corner. It would have caught anybody wiping it down. Fake blood just doesn't disappear.
I was going up to the sergeant to break one of my actors, and I'm sitting there for like 5 to 10 minutes just chatting with the shadow person. I didn't even realize it until the actor comes back in the room. I walk over to him and I was like, hey, are you? And as soon as I get past the light, as soon as I get over to him, I see the actor come around the corner. The actor comes around the corner and was like, hey, Sarge, what's up? And I look at him, he's not there. I'm like, why aren't you here? He's like, I'm on my break. I've been on my break for like the last 10 minutes. I'm like, well, who was just right there then?
And there was one time when I heard that noise slam across the bridge in the church area, and it sounded like something was crawling and then coming closer towards my direction. So something slammed and then crawled, or it sounded like something was crawling or sliding against the wall and the floors. And as I was hearing the sound, the hairs on the back of my neck raised, and I felt like I was being watched, and the noise was coming towards me in a weird way. It's hard to explain, but it felt like it was just the louder it got, the closer it sounded like it was getting towards me. So I had to get out of there.
There was one particular girl who was with us who kept picking up on, the lady she would see over here, the man making a scowling face the whole time. And in this area, this is where they would keep seeing a mannequin head, one of the dummies that was sitting in the corner. They kept seeing its head turn and looking at him, where they would hide in the corner. They kept seeing it do that to them. It was at least 3 or 4 of the actors. They're no longer employed here. I don't know if that's one of the reasons, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to work at a haunted house. So.
The crazy thing about this room is last week when you were just giving us a quick run through, I had just gotten this Nikon camera literally the day before I came here, And I charged it all day because I knew I'd be coming here to talk to you guys, and I wanted to get some good snapshots of the building. And the minute I walked in this room, I start popping off 3-4 shots, look at my camera battery, gone. When I came into your building, looked at the camera battery, full. Brand new camera, charged it up when I got home. It lasted all the way till Monday. Ironic? I don't know.
Like we were saying, this whole area, this is also called the church ramp. You know, right under us is part of the church as well. And this is one of the hot spots we were talking about. And I just see a shadow like as if it's right here looking right at me. I look at it and I see it go, but I still see it right here in the mirror. And then as I walk up, it goes away. Speaking of heebie-jeebies, one of our other actors here as well, up this ramp, he's just hanging out up here waiting, for the next scare. Out of nowhere, he just gets, the cold chills up on his arms and the hair stands up on his neck. All I know is I just see one of my assistants in the control room just, drop down to his knees like, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to go back in there. I just can't go back in there right now. I just felt like something was behind me. And to see like a grown man do that, that's kind of... It has to be, that's a pretty powerful force to make somebody do that.
Yeah, this is that area where I talked about where that loud noise bang and then like scrape and crawl across. It's like on the walls and on the floor.
And where were you?
I was you can actually look right down here in that center area, right in the middle of the arena, and I can hear it from here. It just sounded like someone dropped like a sack of potatoes.
This room about 2 years ago was, generally 2 years ago, this was our last scare of the whole haunt. This is like in the middle now, this is our church, but beforehand it was the butcher shop. It's the last scare, big butcher kicks out, runs out with the chainsaw scaring the patrons, they run out the door and that was it. How the scare worked is there was a step pad because you can't have a real chainsaw inside your attraction because of the emission, so it was a step pad, you would step on it, he had a foam chainsaw, it would set off the speakers, and the chainsaw would go off for at least 30 seconds. It's me and the owner, we're up here, we're just working, we're over in the lobby, and we're talking, and hey, Dan, blah, 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 we hear the chainsaw go off. We're like, what is that? Like, oh, there's somebody in here. And we booked it over here, opened the door, didn't see anything. 5-10 minutes goes by, it goes off again. You know what? I'm gonna count to 5. When I get to 5, if that goes off, then then that's something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, chainsaw goes off.
This room is actually one of 6 hotspots in the haunted House of Paranormal Activity. I would say probably the most active over the past 5 years. This room has had about 3 different incarnations. Like this year it's a church, and over the years, every actor that has worked in this area have experienced some kind of paranormal activity. One of the actors, this is probably 2 years ago, one night he came running out and telling us in the control room that he's done, he's not working this room anymore. Apparently in the, it's like a closet area where he hides for the breakout scare. There was a green orb, something he saw floating in the back. He runs out and tells the rest of us he's not scaring anymore. And I think that's kind of funny in a way that the scarer is now being scared. Very interesting story. This is one church where the spirit is moving.
ready to go on our investigation.
Yeah, this one's not like that.
One of the guys that works here, like I was saying, had reported, I believe they coined it the death office. So as you can see, it's kind of creepy. Do you want to sit down maybe here in the office and you want to try some toning, or do you?
We can. If there's anyone in here with us now, please make a sound. We're open to any experiences.
If there's any spirit or anything. Did you hear that? What was that? I'm not kidding. What was that? Dude, somebody's freaking walking. Oh my God. Carly. I don't feel comfortable. There is somebody walking. Yeah, there is. Do you want to go back? No, just give it a second. Okay. If
That was the noise. That was the noise that they said was said to be heard.
The loud noise bang, and then like scrape and crawl across.
in this
In
room,
this area.
like footsteps.
Yeah, and
that was like
sliding.
blatant.
The
I mean, we should have
sliding.
picked that up on the EVP because that was like
It was sliding.
major footsteps. I mean, that was undeniable. I mean, I don't want to freak out
Are
too
they
much over
walking
that.
around?
There was one point in the night in the death office, to be specific, when it was almost a little bit too much. Let's call him one more time and just say, are you guys walking around? Because we're hearing...
Guys, are you walking around?
That's a negative. We are all sitting in the base camp.
We are hearing footsteps and gliding across the floor.
like major footsteps.
Like major footsteps. Oh shit, I missed it.
We were toning, and we asked if anyone was here to do something or make a noise, and we blatantly heard loud footsteps.
So here, take a listen.
Did you hear that? What was that? I'm not kidding. What was that? Dude, somebody's freaking walking. Did you hear that? What was that? I'm not kidding. What was that? Did you hear that?
Are y'all doing an EVP?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's not us, so keep going.
Okay, 10-4.
Make a noise. Move something.
Did you hear that? Yeah, I'm gonna cry. What is that? I can't do it.
Let's go to the living room. Dude, this is a weird room. Why are you here? Why have people seen you in this building? Come and tell us. Come and talk to us.
Are you still picking us up on the cameras?
We got a lot of orbs around you, so keep on going.
If you stay here, I could understand why you're scaring people. You're scared.
What was that?
We heard that. I guess you're too scared to come talk to us. You seem to like to make noise other times. While me and Bo were just sitting on the couch in the living room over there, we just heard something slap against the ground in this room right here that we're standing in right now. And we were rolling EVP, so we should have picked that up. The time frame right now is 10:33.
Chad and I began our investigation in a part of the haunted house that's set up very much like a living room.
Yeah, we were both sitting on the sofa in this room for about 10-20 minutes conducting an EVP session when all of a sudden we were both startled by what sounded like a loud smack in the adjacent room just right next to us. We both jump up, go into the room, and see what we can find.
Luckily, we're rolling EVP at the time, and here's what we found. What was that? What was that? What was that?
I mean, that was a solid slap on the ground. I mean, it was, there's nobody back here.
All right, so we're going into the butcher area. There's a whole butcher shop here.
This is Doug and Matt in the butcher room. It's 12:30.
With people butchered up. All right, let's check it out. Look. So supposedly there's supposed to be a lot of activity here in the butcher's area.
Doing an EVP session. If there are any spirits in this room, please let us know you're here by making a sound.
Yeah, prove it. Come out here. Touch us.
If there is a spirit here, talk into the red light on the counter. Say something. Reveal yourself to these cameras. Touch one of us.
What's the problem?
There's a belief that the fear of this place being a haunted house draws negative energy. If there is some negative energy here, let us know it.
And why don't you show yourself now?
It's clear that you can see this incredible figure of looks like a demonic, apparition or something on the wall or kind of off of the wall.
Okay, so we're here in the church, and this is actually supposed to be one of the hottest spots. One of the actors was over in this corner right here and saw a green orb of some sort inside of this doorway. And this goes back.
It's back in the rafters back here, and I'm telling you, it is pitch black back here. And the air, how would you explain this air? Hard to breathe. Very
okay, but we're underneath the staircase, so I mean it's not hard to think that the air is a little musty down here. But this is where one of the guys who was here, one of the actors, was scared out, said he wasn't ever going to work in this area again, and actually ran out because he saw a green orb basically right where I'm sitting.
There was a green orb, something he saw floating in the back. He runs out.
From the living room, Shad and I moved on to an area of the haunt called the church. That's where we found one of our most powerful pieces of evidence.
Yeah, powerful indeed. And normally I wouldn't bring a picture of an orb to the evidence table, but this one was different. We both analyzed this. This is not a dust particle. This is not a light refraction. This is a self-illuminating orb, and it just so happens to be in the exact same location that the other people from the House of Torment had claimed to see a green orb. Decide for yourselves. Look at this. Look at this circuit board. I bet that's pretty high in EMF readings right there. And that's right behind this wall where people are having experiences, all these electrical wires up here. You know, people that are hypersensitive to that. Chainsaw. The stomp pad was going off.
How the scare worked is there was a step pad. We hear the chainsaw go off.
And it kept going off. And Dan counted to 5 and it went off on 5 and they ran out of this building. If you're a child, just come on over here and tell us your name. We just want to sit here and talk with you. Did you hear that?
Wait, what?
No, listen. Somebody talking? We're the only ones in this building, except for our team members, and they're on the other side of the building. There's nobody talking around here. Listen. It sounded like a child talking.
We started hearing some interesting EVP evidence.
Yeah, absolutely. We had been conducting this EVP session for 5 minutes maybe, and we're sitting there asking, are there any demons? Are there any spirits? Are there any apparitions? Whatever may be in this room to come forth. And right at that time, we both heard what sounded like a child's voice. It was a muttering child's voice and then followed by heavy breathing.
And here's a look at the evidence.
It's hard to breathe in here. It really is. If, you know.
It looks like the walls are crawling.
Oh man, it's just absolutely the most disorienting place. I mean, if there was a portal for demons to be coming through, this would be the room right here. Did you hear that behind me?
I keep hearing like a whispering or a What did you see in the corner?
Something crawling up the wall.
Matt and Doug are now moving to the next room. If there are any spirits in here, I'm going to set this recorder on the table.
Look at that swine flu mask right there.
So this is the meat locker.
I don't know, it's kind of cold, man. You feel that?
I feel a little chill.
It's a lot colder than the rest of the areas. It's just this one spot, too.
Alright.
EVP and magnetic.
If there's a spirit in here, please move in front of the white device on the floor. That'll let us know you're here. We'd like to communicate with you. On the count of 3, make the EMF reader, the green light, move in front of the green light. 1, 2, 3.
Dude, when he said that, my camera went hardcore out of focus for some reason. It just like went almost like there was something in front of the lens that just went out of focus and it wouldn't focus back.
You didn't touch anything?
No, I was just sitting here just like this, holding the camera, and it just went blurry.
Something walked in front of the camera. I don't know what it was, but I saw something.
We're in a maze and we're never getting out.
I have that feeling.
This is it. This is it. This is the hallway right here. So this is Carly and Gentry walking to our second spot, the hallway where the paintings are hanging. Look, these are the paintings. And he said it was this particular one right here. See, there's all these down this hall. He said this was the painting that he painted, and all around the edge, I guess there was blood or red, it's supposed to be blood. And he left and he came back and all the blood was gone. He is the one that created it, so he absolutely knows that that it was there.
Fake blood just doesn't disappear.
Yeah, let's sit down and do some EVP work and stuff.
And there's been visions of something in the mirrors that somebody has seen in the mirrors.
But I still see it right here in the mirror.
If there's anybody in here with us.
What was that?
Doesn't even wait. That's all I ever get to.
I heard that.
Is there somebody in here with us?
And why don't you just make a noise? Why don't you just do something? Was that a demonic force that was making footsteps towards us earlier in the death office? Yes.
And why do I get the feeling something's always behind me when I'm walking around?
I have never in all the investigations I've been on experienced anything like this.
You heard some really muffled noises or didn't hear sound.
Oh, it feels heavy in my feet. Do you feel how heavy? Move, move. What? Shine your light. Shine your light. What? I felt something touch me on my back.
Oh my God, Carly.
I'm not kidding. Shine your light. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking.
Carly.
I'm not kidding. Something touched me on my back.
Oh my God, you just scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just want to stand here for a second.
Are you okay?
No, I really felt something touch me.
If there is a demonic force, shh. Shh.
In this operation, we've got all 4 of the guys.
Mike was standing right here.
Sitting right here. And saw some sort of shadow figure right here. He thought it was the guy that he was working with. And he sat here and talked to the whatever for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden the guy he was working with walked over from this direction.
I'm like, well, who was just right there then?
Doug, Matt, Bo, and Shad in the lab.
It's 3:30, 4 o'clock. If there are any spirits here, please make yourselves known.
I thought I just saw something run behind you, Matt.
I heard something. Jeez. Did you hear it?
Wouldn't be. Is there anything that wants to communicate with us? Aether Paranormal team.
What the fuck was that?
Is there a little girl in here? Trapped? In this place of terror?
Definitely not a vibe going on here.
You feeling okay, dude?
Negative. No, man, I don't feel very good. I feel nauseous. I feel just hot, heavy, and dizzy.
Hey, girls.
Hey, what's going on?
Go ahead and
Come up here to the lab.
Okay, 10-4.
There we go.
That's good.
We made it by running.
This is everybody in the lab. 4:20.
See here.
If somebody's in here, can you please make a sound on the count of 3?
That's interesting.
1, 2, 3.
That's weird.
See here.
Please make a louder noise.
Okay, we hear whoever it is.
The House of Torment was built for fear, and we want to know what's been scaring people. I want to know who scratched me earlier.
Walked right over here, and then came back around, walked back in there, and he had 3 scratches on his arms.
I want to see the scratches.
He never felt anything.
What? Does he still have them? You have scratches on your arm?
We did hear a bang. A couple bangs out here.
The bang. I want to see your arm.
Look.
That is like big scratch marks. Those are freaking humongous.
Demon's claw.
I scratched in this place. I want to know.
Was it the playful little girl that people have seen?
That wasn't very playful. We're gonna head into the next area. Okay, I'm gonna go across the bridge and get y'all coming across. All right.
What is that?
Shut up.
What is that beside you?
One of those big.
Turn beside you.
Wait, hold on. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh, my rib. Ah, shit. No. Ow.
Breathe slow.
Hold on. Ow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Hold on.
Ow.
Did you get the air knocked out?
No. Ow. Oh, my rib. Ow.
Now, one thing I know for a fact about the House of Torment, this is one terrifying place to spend an evening. It's not that big of a surprise though when you think about it. They scare 50,000 people a year in this place. The only emotion coming from the building is fear. And as a testament to that, our paranormal researcher Matt really ended up getting spooked.
Yeah, and in this next clip, you're going to see exactly what happened when Matt got spooked. He ended up trampling Carly. Fortunately, she's okay after a trip to the emergency room and a broken rib. Let's check it out.
Poor thing.
Oh, what's that like?
Shit.
What's that like?
Oh yeah, hold on. A little scare has resulted in Carly injuring her ribs tonight.
Okay, we just showed up at South Austin Medical Center. So we'll check out Carly's ribs. And babe, how are you feeling?
Like,
You okay?
don't touch me.
I love you.
It is unclear what caused the chainsaw to go off, leading to Matt's fearful response and Carly's subsequent injuries. To our knowledge, all of the electricity was off at this time. We were unable to recreate the phenomenon.